Wanting to be liked is a prison. It's a cage. Why are you putting yourself in a cage? Willingly. Being hated is never the problem. It's actually a shortcut in life, because the sooner you learn it, the better off you'll be, the happier you'll be, the better you'll do for yourself, the less bull you'll take up and deal with. When you become comfortable with being disliked and hated by people, you are the most free. It's like setting yourself free. The truth sets you free, right? This is the truth. I'm giving it all to you right now. No one else is going to tell you, but I'm going to. Being hated is not bad. It's not as bad as everyone else makes it seem. It actually is going to help push you further in life faster. Hi, my name is Chrissy Draskovic. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you recognize me, welcome back. Today we're talking about why being hated is the fastest way to win, okay? To win. So what do I mean by win? Everyone has a different idea in their head of what winning looks like, what they think to win is. But specifically in this video, I'm talking about career-wise, relationship-wise, friendship-wise, everything in life, especially if you're an ambitious person and you want to achieve a lot in life, you have to learn how to be hated and how to be okay with being hated. At some point, you're gonna have to make the decision, do I want to be liked or do I want to succeed? Because they're not gonna go together. They don't. People don't like to see you win. People don't like to see you succeed. They just don't, because they would rather it be them. They're always gonna have a reason to think in their little brain of why they deserve it and you don't. So this isn't a happy world filled with rainbows and butterflies. People are hardwired to not want others to succeed. It's so sad, but it's true, and it's the truth. And if you do have people in your life that genuinely want you to succeed, congratulations, you are one of the luckiest people in the world. But even then, I would test it, because it's always the people that you think want what's best for you and you want you to win that are the first people that will make sure it doesn't happen for you. That is just the truth you're gonna have to accept to move forward from now in this video. If you don't want to accept that, this video is not for you, or maybe come back to this later when you learn that I'm right. Everyone's life is their fault. I don't care. I don't care. So the smart people that are winning and don't care who likes them, who says what, they don't care, they're gonna do what makes them happy. Those smart people are busy building life and doing what they care about, what makes them happy, what's smarter for them, making decisions for them and being selfish, while all of the other lazy people are complaining about why their life is so bad. And then as soon as the smart person that everyone hates gets to the top and makes it because they worked so hard all those years, they didn't put up with anything, they had standards, all of these lazy people complaining are gonna say, oh, they just got lucky, oh, their parents are rich, oh, they just married into it. Whatever their little brain likes to tell them, because they can't conceptualize the fact that someone is actually mentally further than them and stronger than them, that they didn't care what everyone else said. They kept pushing anyways, and they actually built what they have. You have to realize these things, and I get it, because it takes a long time to understand, and a lot of people don't want to believe it. Like, believe me, it's so much easier to genuinely think like people want what's best for you, and they will appreciate you when you win and you get to the top, and you can kiss everyone's butt to get to the top, and it's much easier to believe these things, okay? But it's just not true. Section 1 is gonna be the truth people avoid, which is being liked is a cage. It's a prison. People really underestimate how much time they spend in their life trying to be liked, and how deep that brainwashing and mental wiring really goes. Because a lot of people that swear they're not a people pleaser actually still are, and it's really hard to undo in your mind, okay? It really comes down to the little things, and these little things, when you stop doing them, you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm such a bad person, I'm so mean. Because in society, that's how we've brainwashed everyone to believe, is if you don't go over and above and beyond and do all of these crazy things and overextend yourself, you're not a nice person. So you're automatically a bad, horrible, selfish narcissist. So it's gonna feel weird in the beginning when you get used to not doing things for people anymore, especially that don't deserve it. It's gonna feel weird. Yes, it might feel like, oh, I'm out of my character. But that's where the decision comes into play, okay? Do you want to be liked by people or do you want to succeed? It's up to you. Being nice isn't a personality, it's control at the end of the day. It is control. You are trying to control what other people are thinking of you, okay? And you're wasting way too much time on what other people think about you and if they think you're a good person or if you're nice, that you could be putting back into yourself, into your business, into your relationship, whatever it is that you want to succeed at, okay? Huge waste of time trying to be liked by people and trying to be seen as a nice person. Me personally, now that I understand the whole psychology behind nice people, I refuse to befriend them. If you're super nice to me when you first meet me, oh my gosh, this, that, completely kissing my butt, going above and beyond for me, overextending yourself, it tells me you cannot be trusted. Why are you doing all of this just for me to like you? Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Us human beings aren't like that. And if that works on you, you're stupid and you fell for it. But I like, if a girl does that to me and she's overly nice, immediately I'm like, okay, what are you overcompensating for? Why are you doing this? Why are you trying so hard to be liked? And if you want to be liked, you're betraying yourself. And if you're betraying yourself, you're obviously going to betray me and everybody else around you. So I automatically don't trust you. If you are a people pleaser like that and you want to be liked so bad, you made that decision. You made that decision that you would rather be liked than anything else in your life, because that's all you're ever going to get. You're never going to have time to do anything for yourself. You're never going to have morals for yourself. You're too scared of people not liking you. And it literally puts you in handcuffs and locks you away, because no matter what in this world, when you do something that is true to you, there's always going to be someone somewhere disagreeing with it. Okay, that's called fighting for what you believe in. Okay, there's obviously context in that. You don't have to go super far. I'm just saying, if you're true to yourself, like, let's just say my favorite hobby is skiing. There's so many people out there that hate people that ski, probably think of stereotypes, probably hate me just because I said that, okay? If I was really scared about people liking me, I wouldn't tell anybody that I like to ski. And I wouldn't stay true to myself. I'd hide that part about me. And to other people, I would just try to seem like whatever I knew they would like. So that's betraying myself. I'm not being true to myself, and I'm gonna pay the cost of that. No one else is. You have to learn to be unapologetically yourself. You will find the people that like it, and you will find a lot of people that don't. But letting the people that don't get to you is a rookie mistake. You'll get, if you don't feel like you're there now, you will get there with time and age and a lot of bad experiences. That's why I'm at where I'm at. I don't care, sorry, but I am in such a better place now than I've ever been in my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love my mentality. I love what I know now. I love how everything's turning out for me. It's so good because I learned everything the hard way. If you live your life trying to be liked, it's like every single reaction you ever have is going to be watered down. You're not going to be your true self, because you want validation from others. And that's a really, really weak place to be. It's a dangerous place to be. It's a really bad place to put yourself, because that can be very dangerous. And personally, I don't want to be around you if you're that unstable where you need that validation all the time. You can't even be true to yourself. I know you're not going to be true to me. You're not going to be a good friend. You're not going to be loyal. You're not going to be a good partner. You're not going to be a good parent, whatever it is. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved with you. And that's totally fair. Being hated sets you free. That's when you make choices for you. And a lot of people are gonna hate you when they see you making decisions for yourself, because deep down they're jealous that you can do that and they can't, because they're so weak. They need that validation. So when they see you going out there and doing what's best for you, they're going to call you selfish, they're going to call you a narcissist, all of these things, because you don't fit in their little box of what they think is okay, and that's being a people pleaser and being a watered down version of themselves and never making that decision to be a winner instead. Moving on to section 2, which is hate creates visibility. What nobody's going to teach you is that obscurity is the real enemy not hate. When people hate you, they talk about you. You live on their mind rent free. That's why people say, we've all heard the saying of hate is very similar to love, okay? It totally is. They're two very, very strong emotions. People that hate you obsess with you. They watch your every move. They're concerned with you. And if you're someone online like me, people will hate watch you, okay? That makes you more money. It spreads your name. That's why rage baiting is a thing, because people know that hate is a direct path to fame, okay? I heard this saying pretty recently, or I saw it somewhere, and it said, being famous, okay, if that's your goal, a lot of people want to be seen and be famous. So specifically, if that's you, this is for you. I saw this the other day. Being famous directly correlates to how much hate you can put up with. And that's so true. That's the realest thing I ever heard, okay? Hate watchers hate watch you. They clip you. They repost you more than fans do. People that will be fans of your work, okay? People love a cringy person. They love someone that's loud and wrong. They love it. They can't control themselves. Haters can't control themselves, and they never will understand, because usually these people aren't very smart or bright. They don't understand that they're helping the person that they hate instead of, doing what they think they're doing. They're only helping them, okay? Even if you don't want to be famous, even if you're not on social media, if you are in a town and someone is spreading your name like wildfire, they don't realize it now, but they're doing you a service in a way. And it sounds really screwed up, but in the end, you will see what I'm talking about. There's always a way to monetize off that. If someone's spreading around your name and you're crying about it, find a way to monetize off that, because there's always a way. Write a book or something. People will be so interested in what you have to say if you are being talked about left and right, okay? You have to find a way to monetize off of it, because hate is money. Hate means money. And that's why being hated is the fastest way to win, okay? Attention from hate or whatever, mainly hate, that's leverage, okay? Life is about leverage. Money is about leverage. Business is about leverage. Success is about leverage. Hate directly translates and means leverage. And visibility, the visibility that you get from hate is always opportunity, like I said. You can monetize it, you can use it to promote something. It's visibility. So you can decide what you do with that. Like, think about Kim Kardashian's tape getting leaked all those years ago, okay? Back then, that was a huge deal. Obviously, people were disgusted. They made fun of her. They're like, what the hell, What did she do with that? What did they do with that? They're very smart. They know that being hated directly translates to leverage and visibility. And when you're being hated, especially on such a huge scale like that, you have the biggest opportunity, okay? And it's the same thing in real life, even if you're not on social media and you're just in a small town or all of your friends are hating on you. You have something they don't: visibility and opportunity and leverage. That's a gift that they're giving you. Section 3 is emotional detachment is a superpower. And to be hated, you have to essentially emotionally detach, obviously. Otherwise, how are you going to deal with people saying like the most insane, crazy things, right? People that are scared of being disliked or hated are very emotionally reactive. And we have to deactivate that, okay? If you are scared of being disliked, you don't belong on social media. Like, there's a lot of people that can't do it, and there's a lot of people that are built for it, that can handle this type and this level of hate, because it gets insane online. You have no idea. The people that make it and are the most successful people in the world, they knew how to detach. They detached emotionally from the hate and the side eyes from people and the judgy comments and all the BS, because again, when you're seen a lot and you're visible, you get attention, you're always going to have negative attention no matter what you do. That's just a fact. So you have to detach. And that's, again, that goes back to that decision. Do you want to be liked or do you want to be successful? Smart people that choose to be successful know that opinions are cheap and outcomes are priceless. We're only thinking about the outcomes. We don't care about opinions. Opinions are so cheap. Who cares? Who cares? Someone could have a completely disgusting opinion on you. You could say one thing, you could say one new thing, and they could love you. Especially on the internet. The internet is so wishy-washy. It's insane. So that's why it's important to stay true to yourself, because the people that like you will come to you. They will find you and they'll be loyal to you without you having to do anything except be yourself. When you detach emotionally from negativity and hate, criticism will never slow you down. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You know how many great minds have been out there since the beginning of time that could have been so great. They could have been, somebody out of this world, but they were locked inside of this cage of wanting to be liked so deeply, and criticism just broke them down and made them give up. Don't be that person. People will say everything. Opinions are cheap. You aren't going to be seeking validation, okay? You are seeking results. And that terrifies people. When they see that their criticisms and their little cheap opinions aren't going to slow you down, that's when you become dangerous, because that is how you win. That's how you win. When you have that mentality, you can go anywhere you want. You also become uncontrollable when you're someone that doesn't search for approval and need other people's validation. You're very emotionally unmanipulatable and uncontrollable, and that freaks a lot of people out. A lot of people that know how to control others know that you have to be emotionally reactive, you have to be an insecure person, you have to be seeking validation and approval. Then they can, pull the strings on you so easily. And when these people see that you're not a puppet, they can't control you, that's when you become dangerous. Okay, moving on to the next part, which is part 4. Being hated filters your life fast. Let's be so honest. Being hated is the fastest sorting system that there is on earth. You want to know who your real friends are? Say something bold. Be bold about something. For once, be you and stand in something. Stand in an opinion that you believe in for once, okay? And say it out loud. Make a decision that prioritizes only you, without hurting other people, of course. But something that might be inconvenient for someone else, but is definitely better for you. See what happens. The people who leave you in those moments were never solid. You don't want them in your life anyways, okay? And the people that decide to stay, that's your army. That's gonna be your unit for life, okay? Those are gonna be your actual true friends, people that you want to keep in your life, people that you're gonna want to do nice things for, because it's actually gonna mean something. Being hated by people trims the fat so that you can move faster. Moving on to part 5. Hatred usually just translates to you doing something that others can't. You will never be hated by somebody doing better than you. And that's so true. I've never heard a saying more true and real in my life. It's just true. People don't hate on you because you're wrong, okay? Most of the time. Sometimes maybe. This obviously needs some context, but if you're breaking a rule and you're really doing something out there to better yourself and become successful, that's gonna make a lot of people mad. They're jealous that you're doing that and they cannot. You are essentially breaking a rule that they're too scared to break, so they're forever gonna be envious that you are having the courage and that you did that and they can't. You are confident in ways that they wish they were, okay? This is like, confidence sets a lot of people off. People will really be out here angry and upset with you because you don't hate yourself. That's the world we live in, okay? That's most people that you're gonna meet in your lifetime. They're gonna be like that. Hate, most of the time, is just a confession from somebody that couldn't match you, couldn't level up, and couldn't be on the same level as you. Okay, moving on to part 6. A lot of people say, oh, I'm in my villain arc now, or this is my villain era. Whatever they want to say, like calling themselves a villain, okay? That is just your independence era. That's just your independence arc. We as a society have bubble wrapped being a people pleaser so hardly, and we've pushed it so hardly that when we decide to not be a people pleaser and choose ourselves, even if it doesn't harm anyone else, we're seen as the villain, and we call it our villain arc and our villain era, okay? Being a villain is just choosing yourself because people hate when you do that. You're selfish. You set boundaries. When you take your power back to yourself, all of the people that benefited from you not doing that are gonna have a problem with that and make you out to be the villain. That's just, it's so funny and it's so ironic and it's so strange and it's so hilarious, but we're living amongst people with like the average IQ is so low. Like most people out here have low IQs, okay? We're dealing with people that don't know anything all the time. And it's so frustrating that if you're a smart person and you know more than the average person and you know, you're not taking these things surface level, like if your friend makes a decision that's better for them and you're not upset about it, like if you're like me and we are smart, we know things, we're emotionally smart, we're not going to be upset with that, and that's still going to be your really, really good friend. We live among people that just don't get it. They don't get it, and their opinions are so cheap. And you're letting these people with a super, super low IQ and low emotional intelligence skill dictate what you do with your life. There goes my light. To me, that's really devastating. We shouldn't be letting people that don't get it, don't care about us, you know, would make the same decision for themselves in a heartbeat, unless they were trying to be a people pleaser. But we shouldn't be letting them dictate our lives. So that's where it comes to you making that decision. When you take your power back, the people that benefited from you giving your power to them are gonna feel threatened. They're gonna have a huge problem with it. Let them. That's where you emotionally detach from caring about being hated, because people are going to hate you when you pick yourself, you set boundaries, and you win. Do you want to be a winner or do you want to be liked? If you want to know what you can expect from the people in this world, look at Jesus, okay? The most perfect man to ever live, and you saw what they did to him. How could you have hope in humanity after that? I don't. Sorry. To wrap things up, being hated is never a downfall. Don't feel like your life is falling apart and you're losing everything and start hating yourself when other people around you are hating on you too. When you let that decipher how you're gonna feel about yourself and what you do, that is your downfall. When you hate yourself, that is gonna be the end of you. If it doesn't matter what anybody else around you says, if you don't hate yourself and you take care of yourself and you know you're making the right decision for yourself, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be better than okay. You're gonna win faster than all of these other people, okay? Almost every single person that ends up spending their life trying to be liked ends up completely invisible. That's just how it is. Sorry, when you only care about being liked, like you think people are gonna see that and appreciate it. No, me and you know, we're smarter than that. We know that, you know, it's basic human nature. Like people take advantage of that. They start expecting it. They take it for granted. You're never gonna get a trophy or a prize for the world's nicest person. What are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Why are we still people pleasing in the big 2025? Why are we doing that? The second you let go of approval, you are seen as loud, too bold, too dramatic, whatever it might be, but that's exactly why you have to emotionally detach from being hated. People are gonna talk anyway. People are gonna dislike you no matter what you do, so you might as well give them a reason to, okay? That's my whole mindset. I know you're gonna dislike me no matter what I do. So I'm gonna be myself, and I know you're gonna have a problem with it, so at least I'm giving you a reason to dislike me. And that's just my opinion. I hope you learned something from this. I'm really hoping and wishing for you the best. By the way, I did just come out with a little guide ebook about the psychology behind jealous friends, why people do what they do when they're jealous, even jealous relationships with men. I put everything I know into this little 80-page document that you can read if you want to see what's inside my head a little bit. I packed it so juicily with everything that I know about the psychology behind that topic, and I made it as easily to digest as possible in my head how I would like to read it, and it's so entertaining, it's so fascinating, you will learn so much. If you end up reading it, please come back to this video, let me know your thoughts on it. But as always, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.